clouds moan, a lantern trembling in his hand. The cellar breathed like something grown, a pulse beneath the dying land. His shadow split upon the wall, like something crawling out of place. He heard a whisper soft and small, yet cold as ice against his face. Come down, Noah, come and see. You left us here beneath the tree. A voice he never learned to know, yet spoke his name so long ago. Darkness calls through broken doors and hollow halls. Your name is carved in ancient stone, a secret buried, not dethroned. No one knows the night won't sleep. The souls you hid will rise and creep. For every whisper you ignore, another claw scrapes at your door. The dirt below, where jars of silence line the shelves. Each one held screams he used to know, the ones he'd buried within himself. A cradle rocked without a head. It's a lullaby, a muted cry. Something beneath the ashen sand breathed once and then began to rise. Noah, Noah, we are near. We never left, we're always here. The cellar walls began to bend, as if remembering their end. Noah, the darkness calls through broken doors and hollow halls. Your name is carved in ancient stone, a truth your blood has always known. Noah, the night won't fade. You walk the path your father made. For every secret left to rot, another voice says you forgot. He tried to scream, but the sound fell dead, caught by the cold of 1,000 sighs. Hands he once feared now gripped his head, pulling him deep where memory lies. The lantern died, the world grew still, and Noah felt the cellar crawl. The whisper climbed the windowsill and answered when he tried to call. You are ours. Noah, descend no more. Your name is sealed behind the door. The house still stands, but time is done. For shadows claiming father and son. Noah, your breath is gone, but still the whisper lingers. Liam slept where the cold winds creep, behind a window facing night. But every time he sank to sleep, a shadow rose against the light. A boy stood there, same face, same eyes, pressed to the glass without a sound. He never moved, he never cried. He simply watched the world around. Liam whispered, "Go away," but still the figure chose to stay. A perfect copy, pale and thin, a mirror that was not his kin. Liam, he waits for you outside the pane where night breaks through. A twin you never knew you had, a smile carved wrong, a heartbeat bad. Liam, he climbs the wall each night. He's closer to your call. You lock the window, bolt it tight, but he still taps your name at night. He asked his parents what they'd seen, but no one else could see the child. They said it's just a fevered dream. Yet shadows stirred when Liam smiled. One evening thunder split the sky. The glass grew cold beneath his hand, and from outside a whisper sighed, "Liam, let me understand." He stepped back, shaking breath undone. The boy outside began to run, not down but upward towards the roof, defying gravity's own proof. Liam, he waits for you outside the pane where nightmares grew. A brother born from grief and frost, the part of you the dark had lost. Liam, don't turn away tonight. He wants a place to stay. For every breath you claim as yours, he leaves a footprint on your floors. Lightning flashed and then he knew the boy was him, but bruised and torn, a version stripped of all he grew, a ghost of Liam never born. The window cracked, the night fell in, and footsteps echoed near the bed. A second, Liam touched his skin and whispered softly at his head, "Only one of us may leave." Liam, the dawn is red. They found a boy without a thread of memory in his waking eyes, as if he drowned in mirrored lies. Liam, no one can tell which one returned, which one fell, but still the window holds a trace of fingers tapping on the Oliver lit a candle late to chase the shadows from his room. But every flame he tried to wake would bend and twist into a plume. The smoke would spell his name in gray, soft curls that whispered you're not free. And faces formed along the way, eyes burnt in ash that he used to see. He wiped the air, but still it stayed, a shape the darkness cradled made. The past he tried to bury deep now followed him from sleep to sleep. Oliver, Oliver, the smoke recalls the night you heard the final calls, a voice that begged for one last breath. Before you tell you back, before you turned and walked from death. The flame reveals the truth, the day never heals. For every spark you try to hide, a shadow rises at your side.
He tried to leave the candles cold, but even still the air would sing, a whisper born of sins untold, a vow he'd broken as a king.
One night the smoke began to crawl, descending slow from roof to floor. It wrapped around him like a shawl and breathed, we meet again once more. It traced his jaw, it scraped his spine, a scent of earth, of dust, of time. He backed away but couldn't flee, the smoke had roots beneath the sea. The shadows know the paths you swore you'd never show, the promise made beneath the moon, the footsteps leaving far too soon. Oliver, Oliver, the night is near, your name is carved for us to hear. The soot remembers where you've been and rises now to claim your skin.
A figure stepped from burning gray, its voice the ember of a cry.
Oliver, you ran away, I stayed to choke beneath the sky. He touched his hand, cold, soft as ash, a memory of someone dear. The candle burst in one red flash, and Oliver felt him appear. Oliver, Oliver, the smoke takes form, a second heart, a breath reborn to Oliver's, but only one can face the rising of the sun. Elijah woke to a world so still. No hymns, no cries, no breath of dawn. The night lay heavy on the hill, a veil where every star was gone. The clocks had stopped, the winds withdrew, the birds forgot their ancient song. In that pause the silence grew, a place where something walked too long.
He felt a presence by his side, a hush too deep to sanctify, a shadow tall without a face, a remnant
Of a fallen grace. The angels weep, for you were born. When they fell asleep, your name was carved in a breathless night, a sign for creatures without light. The shadows near, they follow you because they feel the void you carry in your skin, the echo where the hymns begin. He walked through towns that did not wake, where every lamp forgot to glow. Footsteps behind began to shake the ground like something deep below. He turned, but nothing claimed the noise, just distant wings that never rose. For in the world where angels' voice grew silent, darker things proposed. A whisper brushed against his ear.
Elijah, do not fear us here.
Knew your name before the fall.
Before the heavens close their call,
Elijah, Elijah, the angels weep, for you were born when they fell asleep. A time when heaven's gates grew thin and let the wandering shadows in. Elijah, Elijah, you cannot run. Your birth, the eclipse, replaced the sun. The silence marked you as its heir, and now the dark wants what you bear. He stood where winter met the sea and saw a figure rise from fall. A choir of faces, tragedy, each one calling, come back home. Their wings were torn, their eyes undone, their halos cracked and dripping shale. They said the night you had begun is ours to keep and yours to veil. Elijah, Elijah, the angels fall, but you are bound to hear their call. The world still sleeps when you walk by, for heaven left you when it died. Elijah, Elijah, your fate is steep, to wake the things that angels keep. you heard the knocking first, a gentle tap, a quiet plea. At midnight sharp it always burst, as if it climbed out of the sea. He'd ask his parents, pale with fear, but they heard nothing in the walls. Yet every night the knock drew near and whispered through the empty halls.
Mateo, open, let me in.
A voice too thin to be the wind. He locked the door, he hit the key, but still it knocked persistently.
Mateo,
Mateo, the door knows you. It waits for steps you never knew. You close the lock, you pray, you plead, but something knocks because it needs. Mateo, Mateo, the night's decree. The door was made for you to see. One day it won't be kept away. One day you'll have to go its way.
The years went by, the knocks grew slow, more rhythmic, patient, never gone. A heartbeat waiting down below, a pulse that answered to his own.
One night the wood began to breathe, a living frame, a grieving sound. It whispered, boy, it's time to leave. Your name was carved beneath the ground. He felt the hinges start to weep, rust falling like a lullaby. His shadow stretched awake from sleep as something stirred beneath the sky. Mateo, Mateo, the door knows you. It marked your birth, it marked you true. For every knock you dared ignore, it left a crack upon the floor. Mateo, Mateo, the voice inside was once the one you watched die. You shut the door but never knew it wasn't him. It waits for you. Stops when you come home. Mateo, Mateo, they found the door wide open on the wooden floor. No footprints mark the winter air, just one faint whisper, he was there. Mateo, Mateo, your fate untamed. The door still knocks and calls your name. A quiet place the town ignored, but every ripple seemed to send a shiver deep, a muted chord. He swore he saw a hand one night, pale fingers reaching through the stream, a shape that vanished with the light, a memory mistaken for a dream. But water keeps what others lose, and rivers whisper whom they choose. He heard it rise drawn closer to the deep. Levi, river calls through drowning echoes, fractured halls. The hands that hide beneath the flow are hands that died so long ago. Levi, they wait for you. They know your name, they always knew. For every breath you claim as yours, another hand pulls from the shores. He tried to keep his distance then, but tides remember every soul. One night the currents rose again, a voice emerging from the shore. The water darkened like a bruise, the moon drowned in the swirling tide. He felt cold fingers on his shoes, soft trembling from the other side. Levi, don't be afraid. You walk the path we almost made. The river writhed as if alive, a grave that never could revive. Levi, the river calls her name, repeating as night falls. It hums the truth you never said of someone lost, of someone dead. Levi, the flood grows near. The hands below can smell your fear. They do not ask, they do not plead. They simply rise because they need. He saw a face beneath the foam, a friend he lost at 7 years. The river claimed him far from home, but now he rose through liquid tears. Levi, you left me in the cold, the figure choked between the waves. You ran, you lived, while I grew old, inside a world of water graves. Levi, he stepped inside. The river opened deep and wide. The hands embraced him like a throne, a kingdom built of bone on bone. Levi, when dawn was clear, they found his footprints disappear. And still the river hums his name. For every loss it takes a claim. Lucas found a rusted key inside a box of dust and thread. His grandfather said quietly, some doors are better left for dead. But every night the metal shook, a cold reminder in his hand. The shadows moved where he would look, as if obeying some command. He felt the key grow warm and bright, a pulse that matched
began to twist and talk, a whisper crawling from its cage. She placed it in a jagged slot. The stone exhaled a frozen sigh. The door swung open with a thought, and what stepped out refused to die. Lucas, boy, you came at last. We waited long for shadows past. Its face was wrong, its skin undone, a corpse still learning how to run. Lucas, Lucas, the key you hold unlocks the depths, your blood still owes. A promise made in ancient years, a pact preserved in dirt and tears. Lucas, Lucas, you can't ignore the thing you freed behind that door. It follows you through night and rain until the grave is closed again. He ran, but still the creature crawled. A voice of soil, a stitched up throat. You took the key, you broke the wall. Now share with me your living code. It touched his chest, a freezing gust. His breath reversed, his vision bent. The mausoleum swallowed dust, and Lucas whispered where he went. Lucas, Lucas, the dawn revealed the door once more in silence sealed. The key lay rusted in the grass, a heartbeat trapped beneath the glass. Lucas, Lucas, your fate was claimed. The grave carries your own name. Ezra slept where the shadows crouch, where dust collects in crooked lines. Beneath his bed a whispered vouch echoed in tones that weren't benign. It called his name in broken hush, a gravel breath, a quiet thread. He felt the mattress lift and crush, as if something beneath had meant. Ezra, listen, don't pretend. I've always been your closest friend, a voice too old, too worn to be the child he was at 17. Ezra, Ezra, the voice you fear is crawling closer every year. It speaks like you, but cracked and cold, a version carved from nights untold. Ezra, Ezra, don't look below. You cannot face what you outgrow, for underneath your trembling bed a second life repeats what's dead. His parents searched but found no trace, no creature lurking in the gloom. Yet Ezra felt a watching face that breathed beneath his childhood room. At dawn, long fingers scraped the floor, as if to chart the shape he'd grown. He knew the voice would soon want more, not just a name, but flesh and bone.
Ezra, Ezra, let me rise. You wear my skin, you stole my eyes. He backed away, his heart beat wild, the voice now younger, like a child. Ezra, Ezra, the dark repeats the memories you call defeats. It knows the sins you tried to hide. It knows the fears you kept inside. Ezra, Ezra, the time is near. The voice beneath is almost here. For every breath you claim as yours, another knocks beneath the boards.
One night the bed began to lift, two hands emerging from the deep. The voice said, it is time to shift. You've lived my life, now let me keep.
A face appeared the same but wrong, a twisted copy, pale and thin. It whispered, humming like a song. Only one of us fits in your skin. Ezra, Ezra, they found you gone. Your window open to the dawn, but something breathed beneath the frame, still whispering your stolen name. Ezra, Ezra, your fate is red. The voice now sleeps in your own bed. Asher wrote his name in ink on papers, walls, and childhood notes. He never stopped a while to think what moved beneath his careful strokes. For every letter clean and straight, another mark in darker glass. His shadow bent to separate, to sign a pact he'd never passed.
He saw it once at evening's fall, the light behind the fractured wall.
His hand moved right, the pen obeyed, but in the shade a deal was made. Asher, Asher, your shadow knows the lines you'd never dare propose. You sign your name in mortal ink, it signs in blood you never dreamed. Asher, Asher, the pages torn, two different oaths the night has sworn for
job he took alone. He signed where they directed him, but somewhere else in dust and bone, his shadow smiled with fingers thin.
One night the contract bled through white red letters seeping from the seam. The undersigned accepts the night and all that crawls between the screen. He dropped the pen, his vision spun. The room grew narrow, overdone. His shadow stood without his feet, a silhouette that learned to cheat. Asher, Asher, you thought you knew the deals your fragile hands went through, but every time your finger shook, another thing rewrote the book. Asher, Asher, the ink runs black. The shadow wants what you hold back. It's signed away, your right to choose. You keep your name, but body is bruised.
The mirror cracked with hollow sound. His reflection stepped outside the frame.
Asher, dead or you are bound.
You signed the dark to wear your name.
It held a parchment made of skin. With every choice he left behind, I took the roads you'd never sin. Now pay for what your shade has seen. Asher, Asher, the lights went out. No pen, no page, no hopeful route. They found his chair, the papers clean, no trace of where his hand had been. Asher, Asher, yet in the flame, a shadow still writes down his name. Luca found a shattered frame hidden beneath the attic beam. Its mirror held no light or flame, just silver dust and quiet dreams. But when the moon rose round and white, the glass awoke with ghostly hue. A figure formed within the light, a Luca shaped, but not the true. He touched the mirror, trembling hands. The image moved by its commands, not following him, but leading slow. A Luca he should never know. Luca, Luca, the moon reveals a face that daylight never steals. A mirror twin with colder breath, a smile sharp and close to death. Luca, Luca, don't look too long. Reflections learn to make you wrong. For every glance you give the night, he grows more real beneath the light. to hide the mirror's face, but still the glass would softly hum a lullaby of empty space, of shadows begging him to come. One night the twin began to speak, its lips unmoved, yet sound was clear. Luca, you are the one I seek. Your world is mine. Come closer near. He stepped away, but felt the pull, a gravity of something cruel. The mirror flashed, the moon turned red, and Luca's fear became its thread. Luca, Luca, the glass grows thin, it wants to let the other in. The Luca born from silver dust knows every lie, knows every trust. Luca, Luca, the world divides, a shadow slips where truth resides. For every breath you try to keep, your mirror self begins to creep. The twin reached out from moonlit glass, its hand a frost of broken years. You lived the life I couldn't pass. Now switch with me, erase your fears. It pulled him through the freezing pain, his heartbeat echoing in the void. The real world blurred, became a stain, a place his shadow now enjoyed. Luca, Luca, they see you smile, but something's wrong behind your style. Your eyes reflect a stranger's tune, a mirror forged behind the moon. Luca, Luca, your voice is gone, yet still the glass shows only one. James walk halls of wooden dust, old portraits watching from the gloom. The night was thick with quiet rust, a hush too heavy for the room.
He paused and heard a second sound, a step that wasn't his at all.
It echoed slow across the ground, a heartbeat far too cold to fall.
He whispered, "Who is following me?"
But silence hummed its memory.
A pause, a drag, a breath delayed.
Shadows rhythm poorly played. James, James, the silence hears the way you walk through all your fears. It copies you a step borrowed mind. James, James, don't stop tonight, for if you pause, it gains its sight, and every echo you ignore becomes a footstep asking more.
He tested once, he walked then froze. The silent footsteps did the same. A mocking mirror no one chose. A presence learning now his name.
He ran upstairs, he locked the door, but silence seeped through cracks of wood. It settled crawling on the floor, a quiet shape that understood.
James, James, it breathed in dust, a mimic built from fear and trust. You left us silence years ago. Now I've returned the debt you owe.
James, James, the echo grows. It learns your breath, your voice, your lows. It fills the spaces you have made, a life rebuilt from what decayed. James, James, you shut the light, but silence blooms without the night. For every sound your pulse forgave, another wakes from its own grave.
He fled outside beneath the rain, but still the quiet trailed his feet.
A shape of absence carved from pain. Avoid pretending to be complete.
It touched his back,
No hand,
no bone.
just pressure cold as winter glass.
Then whispered James,
You're mine alone. Your footsteps now are things of past. James, they found no trace, just quiet pulling in his place. A hollow echo on the floor, still walking though he walks no more. James, your silence came and learned at last to take your name. Mason moved through narrow halls where wallpaper began to peel. The cracks were shaped like crooked jaws, the air too warm, too harsh to feel. One night he heard a gentle sigh, a breath against the wooden frame. He stopped, confused, then heard it cry in whispered dust. Mason, soft as flame.
he touched the wall, it pulled away. The living heat beneath the gray, as if the house had flesh inside, a pulse that throbbed the night it died.
Mason, Mason, the walls breathe you. They watch your steps the whole night through. A living house with lungs of stone that claims your heartbeat as its own. Mason, Mason, don't come too near. The walls inhale when you appear. For every breath you try to save, another sinks inside its grave.
The plaster swelled along the seam, a bulging shape that groaned and cracked. He saw an imprint like a scream, a face the bricks could not retract. He stepped back shaking, eyes gone wide. The wall exhaled a rancid moan. Mason, it rasped from deep inside. I kept the ones who died alone.
He felt the boards beneath him bend. The house had found its newest friend, a place where whispers crawl and hide, a home for those it swallowed. Mason, Mason, the house is a worm. It molds itself to fit your form. You try to run, you try to flee, but walls decide who gets to be. Mason, Mason, it knows your fear. It breathes you in when you draw near. And every time you call for help, the house exhales someone else. The living walls began to shake, a heartbeat drumming overhead. He felt the plaster start to break, a hungry mouth in peeling thread. Mason, join us, came the pleas, 100 voices trapped in glue. He saw his shadow bending knees, as if the walls controlled it too. Mason, Mason, they found the place with cracks still shaped around a face. A final breath still warmed the room, a sign the house resumed its tomb. Mason, Mason, your name remains a whisper sinking through its veins. The house still breathes when people knock. It waits for one who won't walk back, who won't walk Benjamin walked the forest path where moonlight cut the world in two. behind him through the aftermath. A lantern glowed in ashen hue. It swayed as if a hand held high, but no one walked the trailing leaves. A lonely spark against the sky, a flame that flickered when he breathed. He turned around, no form, no face, just burning light in empty space. A lantern lost beyond the years, that trembled when it sensed his fears. Benjamin, Benjamin, the flame you see has followed you since infancy. It marks the path you try to hide, a guide that wants to stay inside. Benjamin, Benjamin, it won't grow dim. The lantern walks where shadows swim. For every step you try to flee, the flame grows nearer silently. His parents swore there was no glow, no wandering spark behind their sun. But Benjamin could feel it though, a warmth that chased him when he'd run. One winter night it stopped its way, a steady light on frozen ground. He whispered, "Why won't you go away?" The flame replied without a sound. It pulsed once more, a glowing breath, a heartbeat borrowed from a death. Benjamin, the silent sighed a name the lantern never died. Benjamin, Benjamin, the flame persists, a watcher made from graveyard mist. It knows the soul you might become, the light you stole, the dark you shun. Benjamin, Benjamin, the time is near. The lantern moves when you draw near, but when it stops, when it stands still, it means it's found the one to fill. The lantern rose without a hand, a floating glow of ancient bone. It circled him, a final brand, a soul returning to its home. The flame grew white, the night grew blind, the trees bent low in trembling fear, and then he heard inside his mind, "Benjamin, your place is here." Benjamin, Benjamin, the dawn grew gray, and only ashes marked the way. A lantern cold beside the street, Luke would wake at dead of night, a chill that froze the window pane. The room was drowned in silver light, and something stood where shadows reign. A man too tall, too thin to be, his silhouette a broken thread. He never moved that Luke could see, just watched him sleeping in his bed.
No breath, no twitch, no mortal sign, just hollow eyes that mirrored time. And though Luke prayed he'd go away, the man grew closer day by day.
Luke, Luke, he waits for you at bed's cold edge the whole night through. A figure carved from winter stone, a watcher made of something long. Luke, Luke, don't fall asleep, for when you dream he learns to creep. And every time you close your eyes he moves a step no one denies.
Luke told his friends, they laughed aloud. A nightmare boyhood couldn't shake, but every night beneath the shroud, the man returned for him to take. His fingers long as jagged knives, his shoulders bent like broken wings. And though he never stole their lives, he stole their sleep with whisperings. Luke, Luke, the darkness hummed, a voice from where no voice could come. The man leaned in, though still he stood, a hunger carved from rotten wood. Luke, Luke, he's drawing near, a shadow that outgrows your fear. You turn the light, you scream his name, but still he plays his quiet game. Luke, Luke, the dawn won't save, for he is older than the grave. And when he moves, when night is deep, you'll never know. You'll be asleep. One winter night the silence snapped. Luke felt the weight upon his chest, a freezing palm where breath had lapped, a touch that stilled his pounding breast. He opened eyes and saw the man, now inches from his trembling face. It whispered, child, you understand. Your fear has built my rightful place. Luke, Luke, they found your bed still warm where fading footsteps bled, a shape pressed deep into the sheet, two shadows where one heart should beat. Luke, Luke, your room is kept for those who dream while cold men step, and at their beds at foot so still your watcher waits, and always will.
portrait high, a frame of gold, now worn and split. The painted man had sunken eyes, yet held a smile that didn't fit. At first it seemed like any art, a relic from forgotten kin. But soon he felt a tightening heart each time he sensed the painted grin.
He swore the eyes would shift at night, a subtle gleam, a change of light, a watcher trapped in oil and thread, a face that never should have lived.
David, David, the portrait sees the way you breathe, the way you freeze. It copies you in silent strokes, a painted soul that never spoke. David, David, don't look away. It shifts each time you end the day. For every blink you dare to leave, the canvas learns what you believe.
One night he found the smile was gone, replaced by something sharp and grim. The brushwork stretched, the colors drawn into a sneer that echoed him. He touched the frame, the wood grew hot, a pulse beneath the gilded rim. He whispered, "Stop," though knowing not if it was him or only him.
Or only him. The portrait breathed a muted sigh, its eyes now deeper than the sky. And then a crack in paint appeared, a tear that felt like something feared. David, David, the face you see is learning who you're meant to be. It shapes your guilt, your rage, your pain, and paints them back in dark refrain. David, David, the night draws near, the portrait smiles when you feel fear. It doesn't age, it doesn't fade, it takes the man that you've betrayed. He tried to burn the frame to ash, the fire died before it grew. The portrait blinked through smoke and flash as if the flames were nothing new. It whispered, "David, come inside. Your life is mine, your shape my guide." The canvas split, a doorway torn, a painted world where screams are born. David, David, they found the wall with nails still hanging from the fall. The portrait gone, the room left bare except one brush stroke of his hair. David, David, your face remains inside the frame where darkness reigns. The portrait watches someone new. and smiles the way it learned from you. Jack first heard it in the rain, a distant laugh that matched his own, a hollow echo filled with pain, a tone he swore he'd never known.
He searched the street, he searched the air,
He searched the air,
but found no shadow in the mist.
shadow in the mist,
Yet still the laughter lingered there.
lingered there, a broken joke he didn't twist.
He whispered,
Who is copying me?
but
Silence answered mockingly. Once again the laughter came. This time it whispered out his name. Jack, it laughs like you were haunting, copy breaking through, a voice that shouldn't breathe or speak, a mimic born from something bleak. Jack, don't play its game, it grows each time you say your name, and when your laughter starts to fade, it fills the void your silence made. He heard it next inside his home. He heard it next inside his home. Behind the door, beneath the bed. Behind the door, beneath the bed. A giggle soft as crawling foam. A giggle soft as crawling foam. A humor soaked in certain dead.
Hey Jack,
It sang with glee,
a twisted harmony set free,
and then
the laughter shaped his tone.
a voice too close to be unknown.
Jack,
It wants to be the only echo you can see. Your joy, your fear, your breath, your cry. It mimics all you try to hide.
Jack,
The night is thin and something waits to crawl within. For every chuckle you release, it steals a part you meant to keep.
one night the laughter didn't fade.
It grew until the walls were numb.
Jack felt it pressing like a blade.
A grin too wide to overcome.
A figure stepped from shadows bite.
A silhouette with grinning teeth.
It laughed his laugh with perfect might.
Then whispered underneath,
There's only room for one of us.
at break of day they found no trace of him away, but in the halls his laughter stays, a mimic learning new display. lives within. Ethan heard the window creak, a soft complaint against the cold. It opened wide, though worn and weak, though locked the way his father told. The curtains rose like hands in flight, a trembling reach into the room, and with the wind that split the night, he heard a whisper smell of tomb. Ethan, breathed the gale, a voice too thin, too pale to fail. He shut the pain with trembling grip, it opened on his fingertips. Ethan, the window knows the place your fear forever goes. You close it tight, you fight the air, but something waits already there. Ethan, the night breaks in, a voice of frost upon your skin. For every breath you try to hide, a shadow slips from the outside.
He tried to nail the window shut, he tried to seal the frame with stone, but still it opened from its gut, as if it moved by thought alone.
The moon spilled in like drowning milk, a cold that wrapped him in a thread. He felt a touch as soft as silk, a hand that wasn't born of flesh. Ethan, boy, come greet the air. The night remembers who you were. The wind grew sharp as hidden teeth, a breath that whistled underneath. Ethan, the window calls, a gateway carved in midnight halls. It knows the truth you left behind, the secrets shaped from broken mind. Ethan, the dawn won't stay, the wind grows hungry in its way. Each time you close the trembling door, the night returns a little more. He woke to find the window wide, snow drifting softly on the bed. A figure formed in moonlit stride, a hollow echo of the dead. It whispered, Ethan, breathe me through, let me inside the life you grew. He grabbed the frame with frozen hands, but a window bears no mortal plans. Ethan, they found the room as cold as mid-December's tomb. The window open, curtains torn, a shape like wings where none were born. dissolved in shattered glass. The water breathed a trembling light, a pulse that stirred beneath the grass. Then from the deep a muffled sound, a cry that rose through broken waves. It called his name from underground, a voice from long forgotten graves.
Owen, soft and slow, a drowned reflection calling low. He
Stepped away in quiet dread. The lake repeated what he said. Oh, and the water knows the fear you're beating, shadow shows. It calls your name through liquid tune, a whisper rising through the gloom. Oh, and don't lean too near. The voice beneath is drawing near. For every breath you take above, a drowned one reaches for your love.
To leave the lake behind, but every night the voice returned, a phantom carved from twisted mind, a sound from waters never churned.
One night he heard it crystal clear, no longer lost in choking tide. Oh, and come here, I am you, dear, I'm what you left the night you died. The shoreline pulling tight, the waves began to glow with light, a silhouette beneath the foam, a mirror itself that begged for home. Drowning place. Oh, when the time has come, the lake decides which one is numb. For every heartbeat you denied, a second pulse beneath you cries. Like trembling glass, a hand reached up with dripping bone. It grabbed his wrist, refused to pass, a claim on what was once its own. He screamed, but echoes drowned the sound. The voice beneath grew wet and wild. You stole my second round. Return it now, my stolen child.
found his shoes upon the shore, but Owen walked the lake no more. Owen, Owen, your voice remains a muffled hymn in water veins, and when the moon sinks deep and low, from below. Saw you walk the wooded trail, a path he knew since he was small. But every time the daylight paled, the forest shifted like a wall. The branches leaned, the roots would twist, the leaves would tremble at his feet, and in the wind a whispered list of names the forest longed to keep.
But one name echoed clear and sure, a haunting sound he'd heard before. Sawyer, Sawyer, breathe the green, a voice of bark and moss unseen.
Sawyer, Sawyer, the forest knows the path you take, the fear you show. It bends its limbs to block your way, it draws you back when you betray. Sawyer, Sawyer, don't turn aside, the woods have chosen you to hide. For every trail you try to claim, another tree rewrites your name.
He mocked the bark with careful cuts, but every mark would heal by dawn. The forest closed its ancient ruts, erasing proof of where he'd gone. At dusk he heard a second tread, a footstep softer than his own. He called out, "Who walks in my stead?" The forest answered, "Not alone."
Sawyer, child, the woods remember your breath awoke our dying ember. The branches spread like open jaws, a cage of roots, a waking maw. Sawyer, Sawyer, the forest calls, a thousand throats in bark-lined halls. It knows the seed you carry near, a legacy you hold in fear. So begin to breathe and weave.
He ran, but every path returned, a twisted loop of creeping vines. The forest heart beneath him burned, a pulse that tangled with his spine. A wooden hand closed on his wrist, a branch shaped like a human bone. It pulled him deep through choking mist and whispered, "Sawyer, come back home."
Sawyer, Sawyer, at break of day, the forest cleared as if to pray. No trace remained of where he'd fled, no prince, no name, no path he tread. Sawyer, Sawyer, your voice is heard in every leaf, in every word. The forest hums your name at night, for you're the roots beneath its side. Archer walked at break of dawn, his shadow stretching at his feet. But one cold morning it was gone. It stood ahead in grave retreat. It didn't mimic where he stepped. It didn't bow to rising sun. It faced him still while others slept, as if its life had just begun. Archer whispered empty ground, a breathless voice without a sound. His shadow raised a trembling hand, a sign he didn't understand. Archer, Archer, your shadow knows the path you fear, the truth you own. It walks ahead to claim your fate. It leads you through a darker gate. Archer, Archer, don't step too near. The shadow moves when death is near. For every choice you run from fast, your shadow walks your future past. He followed once against his will, through alleys choked with silent cries. His shadow paused upon a hill, his face, his bones own make. A version born from broken dream. Archer, boy, I walked alone. The life you lost, the life unknown. The shadow's voice grew sharp and cold. A prophecy he never told. The road divides, a fractured path where fate resides. Your shadow walked it long before, a guardian carved from ancient lore. Archer, archer, the night is wide. The shadow wants to stand inside. For every breath you try to keep, steals the one you meant to keep. He tried to run, but shadows feed on every fear the heart won't name. It moved ahead with ghostly speed, a flicker born from grief and flame. It spread its arms and formed a door, a silhouette of endless depth. Archer, come home, we are one more. Your shadow longs to borrow breath. Archer, archer, at morning's glow, they found his form, but not his shadow. The sunlight touched the empty ground. No darker twin was ever found. Archer, archer, your fate is cast. Your shadow walks the future past. And somewhere in the rising light, it waits for you.